Board so far. Runner goes.
Good throw by Wharton, and
Thought he had him.
safe.
Throw sailed just a little bit on Eli there. Good close play at second base.
And we are up now here. Sorry for the delay, but we are running live.
We missed my wonderful introduction, Chester. Is that what you're telling me?
I think so.
I've been speaking for the last 20 minutes and just to myself.
Well, we are coming to you from Chambers Academy here in Lafayette, Alabama. The JV matchup between the Abbeville Generals and the CA Rebels. Rebels are coming off a big varsity win in the previous game, 8-6 against the Generals in a big region game. So right now the Rebels have Landon Hand on the mound.
Boy, he's squeezing the plate here a little bit in this second game.
Yep. The
Yeah,
Generals.
big comeback win, as a matter of fact, in that varsity game.
Yep.
Rebels came back and finished it off 8-5.
And throw down to third, and that gets away from the third baseman. And it's going to be a no play at the plate. And Crawford scores from second.
Throwing error gives up a run very quickly.
So the Generals take early 1-0 lead here against CA, and Hand gets the General batter going down looking.
We scoreboard as of yet, so I'm not sure what's going on there.
Another good pitch by Hand out there. One ball, two strike count. And number 17 goes down swinging for the second out here in the top of the first.
Landon was a little overpowering in that one.
And we're going to give you the starting lineups here. Hand is starting on the mound. Peyton Yurda is at shortstop. Shepard, Ray Haley's at first.
On that pitch.
Wharton on the plate. He's over right field, and Cameron Goodman left. And Phillips will be starting at second.
Two-strike pitch. Got him. Big inning there. Landon came out and just kind of dominated that opening inning.
Great way to start off the first here. Rebels. And the scoreboard is working itself up, and we are coming up under a almost full moon here, rising in the east. Beautiful evening for some JV baseball. The JV softball girls are taking on the Generals down below us at the ball field.
Looks like in the first inning, nothing so far. Right now we have the CA varsity final, 8-6 board. So I will get that cleaned up and have a scoreboard for the pitch count here in just a minute. Team played a lot in the opening game. I think Drew Shepard started and finished that game.
Yeah, you got Peyton Yurda, Shepard, Haley, that start on the varsity squad as they are ninth graders, freshmen. So this will be their last year on JV, and next year move up to varsity. And the Rebels' depth coming in through JV is very, very deep. Look at the future for Rebels baseball looks very bright.
Well, we don't have a lineup card yet, or we don't have hardly any information on this Abbeville team. You can tell it's a very young group. I mean, there's some very young players on the field to start. So we'll just have to see how this thing turns out.
And leading off the Rebels is Landon Hand, number 4. Rebels will bring up Hand, Yurda, and Shepard here in the bottom of the first. The Generals are up 1-0.
Our starting pitcher scored the opening run, that overthrow to third base.
Crawford delivers for a high, ball 1. Hand fights that one off down the third base line.
Strike.
Ooh, right off the back of Hand. So he will trot down on hit by the pitch.
I think we had 8 batters hit by pitches in the opening game, and start this one off with a quick one.
Leaving off where they left. Starting off where they left, excuse me. So up now for the Rebels is Peyton Yurda, shortstop this evening. Quick move by the pitcher over to first, and Hand is back easily. Crawford is peeking out of the corner of his eyes over at Hand, and he is going. And the throw from the catcher is way late, and Hand is second.
Nobody out, runner in scoring position right away. And Landon had that base stolen really before the throw. Base hit
into right field for Yurda, and Hand is going to be waved in, and it got past the right fielder, and it's going out toward the fence. And Yurda going to third, and Hand scores easily for the Rebels to tie it up here in the bottom of the first.
Single and 2 base here, winds up at third again, nobody out.
And now up to bat for the Rebels is number 8, Drew Shepard.
Sure looks like a giant on this field. Good cut at it. Foul straight back. Good quick bat here.
Crawford delivers low. Ball gets behind the catcher, but you're just going to put it third. Again, the advantage of a very shallow backstop here. Crawford delivers high. Ball 2.
2 balls and a strike, nobody out. Drew can be very selective here. Looks for his pitch, he can drive it.
Big cut by Shepard.
Had a big cut there.
Evens the count at 2-2. No outs. It's tied up here in the bottom of the first.
Got to tighten it, shorten his swing up a little bit now.
Big strikeout for the Generals here in the bottom of the first. And up to bat now for the Rebels is number 0, Gray Haley.
Another athlete that played earlier and played really well.
He made the game-ending catch out in left field.
Fantastic catch. And our lineup card has arrived for the Abbeville JV Generals.
And I was correct on the guess. That is the pitcher out there, Ridge Crawford. Haley takes that one for a strike to even the count up at 1-1.
Abbeville pitcher making good pitches here.
Outside for a ball. 2-1 now to Haley. Crawford delivers that one high for ball 3. 3-1 now.
Yurda still at third base. 1 out. Need a ground ball, fly ball, pass ball. Get him in.
It gets behind the catcher, and Yurda's going to score easily. And Haley trots down to first. And number 21, Eli Wharton, is now up for the Rebels.
Walk, run scored on a wild pitch.
Eli's the starting catcher. JV, he gets that one down to second, looking to turn 2. And Eli that down. Forced at second. But the
roller really wasn't, didn't set itself up for the double play. Now we got 2 outs running at first.
Rebels take the lead here in the bottom of the first, 2-1. To bat for the Rebels, number 22, Andrews.
Got him. Hit my pitch.
Drilled him in the back.
I think that's 9 for the day.
9 for the day. Yeah, that's just
Second in this game.
now up to bat for the Rebels, number 18, thrower. Lefty bounces that one back to the pitcher, and he's going to take this one. Oh, pitches it over late.
Wow.
And barely gets thrower down at first, but that's going to end
That could
the inning
have
for the Rebels.
that could easily gone wrong. Very wrong.
Bobble by the first baseman. The ump felt he had. So as we go to the top of the second, the Rebels are up 2-1.
Good comeback inning there for the Rebels. Picked up 2 quick runs. Move to the top of the second and see if Landon can continue that domination. Abbeville picked up a run on a errant throw there.
And looking at the roster here for the Generals, they've got quite a few underclassmen here. 4 6th graders, 8 7th graders, 3 8th graders, and then 4 9th graders.
Yeah, we were talking to one of their coaches earlier. He said they're a very young team, and you can see it there. An awful lot of 6th graders on this roster.
And looks like number 2, Reed Spivey, will be up first for the Generals as we enter top of the.
Yes, sir. How about you?
And we'll do our best to keep you up to date on any changes in the infield for the Rebels. Number 15, Carson Melton, is in for the Rebels at first. Cameron Gooden is in at third for the Rebels. Hunter Andrews over at short. And Phillips is number 16. First pitch ball.
First, a little long there.
And we'll do our best to keep the outfield players up to date. Any substitutions?
Well, it's good for us to come out and watch these young guys play. It's good for them to get a chance to be on the broadcast. Swing and a miss. He was way late on that pitch. Landed quickly. 0-2.
Chasing that one. And Spivey goes down swinging for the first out here at the top of the second.
Yeah, when you're playing at this this age level, talent divergence, you know, that different level really stands out because you've got such young players.
Big cut there by the Rebel batter.
General.
And that's sailed high on hand.
Scoreboard's not quite up to speed yet. 2 strikes.
Yeah, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2, excuse me. 2-2 delivery by hand.
It's either third or the so far. And with 2 quick outs settling in here. Good pitch. Landon has a good free motion. Looks like he's really control of his game.
Ooh. Little side there.
That was what inside. Play.
Brings the count even 1-1. Top of the Rebels are up by 1. That was low for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
He's swinging bunt, strike 2. A little half-hearted bunt there.
Here you go, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the
Fastball.
second.
He's out. Again, the youth of the kind of a strike.
Collins goes down swinging for the 3rd out here in the top of the second.
So I have Gooden, Phillips, and back to the top of the order with Hand. Here in the bottom of the second.
Yep, number 24. Cameron Gooden's up to bat now for the Rebels. Excuse me, 34. Needs to be careful out there with pitcher warming up, may get hit by a stray ball.
This is where you really need to keep your head on the swivel, really, at all times. They're just young players trying to settle in, learn the game.
Yeah. Hunter Phillips is on deck for the Rebels. Looking to expand this lead. Well, I thought we had the lead.
We do. It's 2-1. Okay. Scoreboard has been somewhat erratic so far. Top of the second, Rebels lead it 2-1.
Bottom.
Excuse me, bottom of the second. Not only is the scoreboard wrong, I'm wrong.
Coach B out there giving some guidance to Gooden as we get ready to enter the bottom of the second.
I'm really happy we decided to stay and cover this game. It's good to see these young guys. It's certainly a different level of baseball, and good to see that where they need to develop. But I'll
Yeah,
tell you, the Rebel JV team has talent. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. The future is very promising for Rebel baseball. A lot of squads are looking, trying to find enough kids to fill a team.
JV World.
So Gooden steps in now, here in the bottom of the second. Takes a swing at that one and pushes it foul.
Foul ball.
Crawford delivers. Just a bit outside. That was inside for ball 2. 2-1, Gooden.
Action on the scoreboard. There it is. 2-1, Rebels.
Another low pitch for ball 3. Crawford showing a little frustration out there on the mound for the Generals. Crawford delivers. Gooden about ready to take first, but gets called back at the called strike there to run the count full, 3-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out.
And that one's in the dirt, and Gooden's going to take first on a walk here in the bottom of the second.
Number 16, Phillips moves up.
And Hunter Phillips steps up to bat now for the Rebels. Phillips is the starting second baseman for the Rebels. Inside, and Gooden takes second easily on the pass ball.
One ball, no strikes.
Gooden with a big lead at second, and that sails over the catcher's head.
Wow,
And Gooden is in easily to third.
In without a slide.
So that walk, runner on third for the Rebels. Here with no outs in the bottom of the second.
Two-ball count.
Phillips chops at that one, foul. Crawford delivers, and
Foul tip strike. Catcher held on. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still nobody out. Trouble.
Phillips drives that one down the first foul.
I thought that ball had a chance to be fair. It was foul by 10 feet. 2-2, nobody out. Foul tip. Catcher caught it. He's out.
So that's the first out here. The second for the order with hand in hand. Gooden's on third, 1 out. That pitch was just a little bit high.
Land hit by a pitch in the opening inning. Swinging.
Man, hits that one down to second, and it's a bouncer, and it's like Hand worked that one away. He's safe. Hustling down the first base line. It's in there. First, and up now for the Rebels. Number 3. I think it might be Reams. We are operating on a limited roster here.
Already seeing some substitutions, which is expected. Good to see Landon hustle on that ground ball there. Keep the throw.
Yeah, legging out that grounder. So 1 out here in the bottom of the second. The Rebels are up by 2, 3-1 against the Generals. Reams lunges at that one for a strike. Quick move to first, and Hand is back easily.
Landon's taking a safe lead here.
Reams takes that one for second strike here. Hand takes off, and the throw from the catcher is late, and Hand's easily into second.
The runner in scoring position.
One ball, 2 strike count on Reams.
Oh,
And that is a wild pitch. And Hand is in easily over at third. So that hustle by Hand down the first base line has now generated a runner at third for the Rebels. Two count to Reams. Outside for a ball.
yeah, Chester, you're exactly right. That beating out that ground ball now picked up 2 extra bases in scoring position. 1 out.
And that gets behind the catcher. But Reams draws a walk on that at bat. So now the Rebels have runners on the corners with 1 out.
Number 5 is Trip O'Donnell. Stepping into the batter's box.
And up next for the Rebels is number 15.
Base runner's going out of the double play.
Sharp hit back to the pitcher.
Gives up a run. Rebels take a 4-1 lead.
Reams advances to second, and Hand pours on the ground out.
We have number 15 stepping into the batter's box, and I don't have a full roster,
I think that might be
and I can't see who it is.
Carson Melton, maybe.
Carson, who came in to play first base earlier. Picks up another base on a wild pitch. We got another runner at third base.
Rebels are looking to extend their lead right now. 1 out, 2 outs here, bottom of the second. Low pitch by Crawford.
Didn't get too far away, saved a base. Two balls, no strikes. Three of them. Ball 4.
So now the Rebels have runners on the corners again.
Eli Wharton.
Yep, catcher. Got a good opportunity here to extend the Rebel lead right now. Rebels are up 4 here at the bottom of the second. 2 outs. Runners on the corners.
Good pitch.
No throw down to second there to avoid the runner advancing from third.
Carson picks up the no throw base. Ripped.
Orton rips that one into center.
Should be two.
And
2
they're
runs. Nope, you're going to hold him at third.
Yep, so Eli knocks Reams in for another run to extend the Rebels' lead 5-1 here in the bottom of the second with 2 outs.
O'Donnell's held up at third base.
And continue to extend this Rebel lead.
Now we got our base runners. No throw. Concede the base. Ball.
Catcher can't find it. It's back up against the wall there, but the runners do not advance.
That trip staying fairly close to the third base bag there. I think it's wise. And 5-1 game.
Andrews takes that one for a strike. 2-1 count now, 2 outs. Bottom of the second, Rebels are up by 4.
Foul tip into the catcher's glove. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And 2 outs.
Looking for that big 2-out hit here. Got to run it.
Calls that a foul.
Might have got off his foot, either foot or the plate. Didn't go very far.
Andrews stays alive here with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
Count stays the same. Ripped, but foul.
Good contact there by Andrews, but just out a little in front of that one and pulls it down the third base line.
A good cut at the ball.
Crawford delivers.
Ripped.
Andrews takes that one into center field, and he's going to score. Nobody's at first.
Nobody's at first.
And Reams is going to score easily for the Rebels.
Yeah, the first baseman moved into the cutoff position, and the fielder threw back to first base.
Excuse me, that was thrower. No, it's not thrower. So next up to bat is number 18 for the Rebels.
Didn't we figure Carson was number 15?
Mm-hmm. Number 18 is thrower for the Rebels.
It's really quickly 7-1 here. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. 1 base runner, Rebel at third base. Oh, sorry.
Looks like thrower is the starting right fielder for the Rebels.
Pass ball is going to give us another base.
Andrew struts over to third on that pass ball.
Foul tip, straight back. Ball and a strike.
1-1 count to thrower. That was high for ball 2.
Abbeville pitcher's thrown a lot of pitches so far in these 1 2/3 innings. Foul straight back. Oh.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
Just missed that outside.
Runs the count full here. And that will be the 3rd out here in the bottom of the second. But the Rebels tack on a few more runs and extend the lead out to 7-1 against the Abbeville Generals.
I think I'm going to have to pass on my scorecard. it's hieroglyphics at this moment. We're in the top of the 3rd.
Yep. The numbers and lineups out here. So if we misidentify somebody, we apologize.
Absolutely. The thing we want to do is get these kids a chance to be on the broadcast, let people watch them play. We'll certainly try to do our best to identify them properly. But we have a 7-1 lead here. Starting the 3rd. New pitcher on the mound.
As number 22, Hunter Andrews on the mound now for the Rebels, getting loose. And I'm going to do my best to run through the infield. See that Goodness moved over to short. Phillips is still at second. Melton's at first.
Who is at third base? I can't see a number there.
I think it might be. I can't read the number from here. I think it's 10 or 11.
Let some of the young guys play today.
And Thursday, we will be doing the Lady Rebel softball game against, appears going to be the only matchup. Spring have a JV squad. And that is senior night. We'll be honoring the seniors on the team for the Rebels.
Nice. We also need to just check on that. I had a message earlier about the potential being rescheduled, but we'll make sure.
Okay. Well, tentatively, we're going to have Thursday. Tentatively, we'll do Thursday for the Lady Rebel softball. But we are here in the top of the 3rd, and Andrews is on the mound now for the Rebels.
Quick strike.
Looks like Landon Hand pitched 2 good innings for the Rebels.
Ball, 2 strikes, fouled off.
come in if he's gonna throw it out there in left field.
There was Noah Kirk out there for the Generals for the first out here in the top of the third. Low for ball one.
Shortstop played on that ball.
And Silva is up right now, number 14 for the Generals. Andrews runs the count even, 1-1.
Good pitch there.
Nice strike there. 2-1 now to Silva.
Foul straight back.
Silva's looking to stay alive out there.
Still a ball, 2 strikes. Only 1 out.
Talk about, watching what's coming up for the Rebels. You got 2 good pitchers showcasing here this evening for the JV squad, Hand and Andrews.
Well, right now the pitching is dominant. I mean, you just very clearly it's domination right now. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Ball is dropped by Eli.
Got to throw him out.
And
good throw.
Slings it down there to first for the out. Like we are back to the pitcher. Ridge Crawford takes that one for a strike. 2 outs here, top of the third. Rebels are up by 6, 7-1 against Abbeville. And that one slipped out of the hands of Andrews.
Good pitch there. Good velocity, good control there. Real just defensive swing there. Trying to stay alive, fouled it off down the third base side. Ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Close this inning out with 1 pitch. And did.
And goes down swinging. So that's the third out here in the top of the third. As we go to the bottom of the third, the Rebels are up 7-1. So this is a great opportunity the Rebels have coming up into their system. You got quite a few 9th graders that are playing right now that do participate and contribute on the varsity squad. So,
well, it's really good to see these young guys, and what we're seeing is we're seeing a lot of rotation. We're seeing a lot of players here. So coaches are going through that lineup pretty deep, and we're going to see a lot of kids getting at bat or an inning in the field.
Yep.
But as you said, I mean, we've got players of the quality that, the caliber that played on the varsity team and played really well.
Contributing at that level, and they're getting more experience here in the JV level. So things are looking promising.
That's where I talk about some of those matchups that are just really overwhelming. When you got a kid that talented enough to start on a varsity team. This JV squad, he's going to have a huge advantage.
Yep, and these guys are 3 more. So here at CA for the baseball squad.
And what you want your young athletes to do here is learn. You want these players to learn how to play the game, learn from their mistakes, take advantage every opportunity they can get.
Yep. So we got a little pitching change here now for the Generals. Number 2, Reed Spivey takes the mound now for the Generals.
And our pitcher, Ridge Crawford, moves behind the plate.
So as we look forward towards the end of the season here, the Rebels have a couple of other good matchups coming in. I think we have a home matchup with Hooper towards the middle of the month, and that will be at home. Tomorrow, as I said earlier, they're going to travel down for a region matchup with this same squad, Abbeville, at home down there. And the Rebels earlier in the season beat the other region opponent, Lakeside. So the Rebels are in the driver's seat right now. So it looks good for them as they get ready to enter the playoffs.
Well, and the good thing is we talked about in the game, that first game, that game at home, puts all the pressure on Abbeville.
Well, up to bat now for the Rebels is number 34, Cameron Gooden, and he takes a pitch off the back and trots down to first. So that is, what, 10 for the evening?
I think that's 11.
11 hit batters by the Generals. And now up to bat for the Rebels is number 16, Hunter Phillips. And
what's interesting on the hit by pitches, we had Buster, who's probably leading the entire AISA, and he was hit 3 times today.
I would want to check and see if he's not leading all players in Alabama. And hard hit to short and gets the force out at second with Gooden, but Hunter reaches down to first on that.
Young second baseman came very close to not getting the bag there on that play. So that's what you're talking about. You're trying to get those guys to learn how to play the game. Big lead off first base.
And now up to bat for the Rebels, number 11. Jumps out over second and over to first for the second out here in the bottom of the third.
Another chance for a young second baseman. Made a good play, took the out. Runner advances to second base.
Now up to bat for the Rebels. Number 3.
I don't know. I can't help you.
That gets past the catcher, and Phillips is in.
Batter interference.
Yeah.
Catcher tried to make a throw down, hit the batter's bat. He was stepping away.
So that's going to end the bottom of the third there for the Rebels. The Rebels still maintain their lead 7-1 against the Generals. So on that play there, the catcher was trying to make a play down to third, and the Rebels batter was hit. So it would be batter interference.
The bat, as he was moving out of the box in foul territory, the ball hit his bat, actually. So,
And these are this. Saying, hey, get out of the way, 100% out of the way.
And, you want that lesson reinforced to those young guys so they know exactly what that means, exactly what happened.
And everybody on the squad gets to learn that lesson, not just that one player. So good stuff here, good teachable moment here for these youngsters.
One thing I failed to mention earlier, Eli he dresses and warms up the pitcher for the varsity, and I'm sure plays at various times. We just haven't seen him play yet. Another young man who's playing both games today. And he's a part of our really deep running back core on the CA football team. We're really looking forward to good things from him as well.
That is right. Football season is right around the corner. Can't believe, think that far out, but they'll be starting in August. So a continued cycle here at CA with great athletics, spring and summer and fall.
Really true. And I'll tell you, I'm just so proud to be down here. You know, I've said this to you before, you know, we played baseball here our first year at CA, the 10th grade year, and this field looks so good. The entire school looks great. We have some projects we're working on. But overall, after, what, 51 or 52 years, I think things are...
Yeah. When I came down here this afternoon, I noticed how great shape the field's in. It looks professionally maintained. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
And great things are happening here at CA, so come and visit. Check us out.
Yeah, it's a great park to watch the game in. Plenty of good elevation behind if you want to get up higher and watch the game, or room behind home plate if you want to work around there.
And hey, great fellowship too. A lot of folks come out to watch these games. Come down and hang out if you get a chance, and support Rebel Athletics.
And if you can't, we'll be around for some games.
That's right.
Not every game,
That's
but
right.
some games.
So we're getting ready to go to the top of the fourth. The Rebels are up by 6, 7-1. Andrews is still on the mound for the Rebels, and up to bat for the Generals is number 3, Brandon Murphy, 9th grader. Just a bit outside by Andrews.
Still a little lag in our scoreboard here. I think it's a ball and a strike.
Yep, 1-1 count. Big cut there by Murphy and misses.
1 ball, 2 strike. I do have a clicker, an umpire clicker. I should bring it. Oh,
Ooh, yeah.
close pitch. Close pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, that's got him.
Left that on his shoulder there, his bat, and got caught looking. So the first out here in the top of the fourth. And there are some changes out here to the infield, and I apologize if I can't get to him. Looks like number 6, Ty Gooden, is over at third. And these are just going off memory here.
Yeah,
And I think 23 Forbes is over here on first for the Rebels.
Andrew's got real control of the legs on here. Made a really
And Hector Hernandez is up now for the Generals. Hector is a 7th grader. And Hector fought that one off. It was foul.
Yeah. Andrew's just in control of this part of the lineup. Hitters are way behind on his fastball at the moment.
Delivers, and Hernandez gets a hold of that one and rips it into right center for a nice base hit.
Probably the hardest hit ball we've seen from Abbeville tonight. Good job. He was a little overmatched, but hung in there with that 2 strike.
Good sportsmanship out there on first base. Now,
These athletes fight.
yep, now up to bat for the Generals is number 8, Luke Colley.
He's out.
Kickoff move by Andrews. Gets Andrews off the base.
So that he started his break, just froze him and again, part of the game. Just, really learning. He's excited about that base hit, probably not focused as well as he should. Took a bigger lead than he needed. He will definitely learn from that and get better. Andrews again really dominant right now in this part of the lineup.
Andrews steps off. It's great to see these kids, the energy level from the Generals, the Rebels. it's just nice to see this level of enthusiasm out here with these kids.
Yeah, the Abbeville kids are down 7-1. They're still really alive on the bench, and in the dugout. I really appreciate that. Love to hear it and see it.
Yeah, just having a good time out here. And that's what it's all about, you know, having a good time out here,
you gotta
learning
play.
something. And
You just got to play. You want
That's
to play
right.
hard and learn.
Andrews delivers. And
Good pitch.
Collie gets Kyle looking, so that's going to end the Generals' top of the fourth. Rebels still up 7-1. It looks like is that number 2 on the mound?
I believe that is number 2. That's the same pitcher we finished with last inning.
Well, then I apologize then. We got 2 number 2s up here, Reed Spivey and Carter Money.
Well, I don't know which.
Carter Money.
Maybe we had a 2 last inning and another 2 this inning.
That's what we have. So I'm going to go with Carter Money.
Okay.
It's a great baseball name. And now up to bat for the Rebels, number 5. And then it looks like number 15, Melton's on deck for the Rebels.
Number 5 is Trip O'Donnell. Came in last inning, I believe. Had an at bat last inning.
Let's see if Carter Money can do anything here for the Generals. In the bottom of the fourth, the Rebels have a solid lead, 7-1 here. And typically most JV games after a varsity game are a timed game. So we'll see when the ump decides it's over.
And I believe we were told it's a 5-inning game no matter what.
Oh, they're going to play 5?
I think they were just going to play 5 tonight.
Okay.
So more than likely we'll inning out before we time out.
So O'Donnell takes that one for a ball. Money skips that one in on 1 hop. 2 balls, no strikes here. Bottom of the fourth.
Ball count.
O'Donnell takes first on a walk there. Start off the bottom of the fourth for the Rebels.
4 straight pitches outside the zone.
And now steps in number 15, Melton. That is just a bit outside for a ball 1.
Nobody out. Runner at first.
Good stop there by Crawford to keep the ball out in front of him and hold the runner at first.
Abbeville's young pitcher just really having a problem hitting the strike zone at the moment.
And Melton rips that one into left. Oh, cut off nicely by the shortstop, and no one was there at second to cover the bag. Great hands out there with a nice backhander grab by the shortstop for the Generals.
Really nice decision there not to throw that ball to, open space. That probably would have led to a run.
Now up to bat for the Rebels is number 21, Eli Orton. Second, no outs. Here in the bottom of the fourth, Orton has an opportunity here to this game of reach.
Waited on it. Popped it up, maybe.
Head of the first baseman for a foul.
The whole 0-2 right away. Bear down. And he did.
Right underneath the shortstop's glove and hold the runners. So the runners' bases are loaded now for the Rebels as
Little E6 action there. Ball just the glove, but
5-hole, little
it's
hockey action there. 5-hole.
it's definitely bases loaded again.
Number 1 is up for the Rebels now. Takes that one for a strike.
And one thing you see, the umpire's strike zone has expanded, and it makes perfect sense this stage of the game.
Now the Rebel batter is in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs here. Bottom of the 4th. Money skips that one in. Also 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was behind the batter there. Counts even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A little bit low.
Number 2 here, our pitcher Reed Spivey, 6th grader. He's straining. You can hear him on every pitch. He's really straining to get the ball across the plate.
Yep. And that's going to bring home a run for the Rebels on the walk. And now up to bat for the Rebels, number 18 thrower. Now Tucker Thrower has a huge opportunity now to knock in some Rebel runners here in the bottom of the 4th.
Nobody out.
And that's actually, I think it's Carter Money pitching. I think Reed was up earlier.
Okay, so you're saying this, I got you. This is Carter, we think, and the other number 2 was Reed. Okay.
Yeah, I think he was up earlier. And if we got him confused.
Well, Carter looks like a very young player. I was thinking he might be the 6th grader, but the other pitcher is a 7th grader as well.
Just a bit outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes.
Thrower set.
And
Rips
he
it.
rips it right to short, and second base covers, and he's in safely though. So 1 run scores on that. Melton crosses the plate and runs the score up now to 9-1. The shortstop, pretty decent plays here.
Yeah, you can tell the shortstop has some experience. Rangy young guy.
And now 23 Forbes is up to bat now for the Rebels with the bases loaded. And no outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
Remains no outs. Pitcher's really struggling getting the ball across the plate, to the plate actually. So young guy's just battling hard, trying to finish it up.
Looks like we have a couple generals down in the bullpen warming up. And the ball gets behind the catcher, but everybody stays where they're at. No balls, 1 strike. No outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
Rebels in control here, 9-1. Ball off the mask, skipped off to the left side.
Money delivers, and Forbes fights that one off.
2-strike count.
Brady Forbes came in last inning at first for the Rebels. 2-2 count. And it's in the dirt. Runs the count full, 3-2. I just confirmed that is Carter Money out there.
Okay. Struck him out.
And Forbes goes down swinging for the first out here in the
out.
bottom of the 4th. And now up to bat for the Rebels is number 16, Hunter Phillips. Just want to make sure who you were. Looks like we got a cramp here for the catcher. I didn't see the.
Yeah, he tightened up whenever he was coming back from that foul ball. You know, it was a little bit, had just a little bit of trouble running after a play in the field. So, kids got to make sure they get plenty of fluids.
That's right. Yeah, it was the one of the hotter day.
Looks like he's got a little hamstring cramp going on. He'll struggle if that's the problem right now, catching.
Hunter Phillips up now for the Rebels with one out here in the bottom of the fourth. Bases are loaded. Gets behind, pitches behind Hunter.
Ripped.
Phillips rips that one into left for a nice base hit. And
It's
one runner score to make the score 10-1 with number 6, Ty Gooden up to bat now
the ball
for.
was really hard hit.
Yeah.
If you'll notice, the infield is really playing, the outfield playing deep infield positions. They're very close. Still one out, still bases loaded.
Yeah, 10-1 Rebels. Gooden up now for the Rebels with an opportunity to blow this one wide open here.
Had a cut.
Big cut at that one, fouls it off though. Sure is fighting through that leg cramp.
He's really struggling.
Carter delivers, and Gooden pops this one into short right, and it's going to drop in easily now. So one runner is going to score.
Everybody just holds up from there.
So an RBI there for Gooden, pops that one over into right field, and now extends the Rebel lead out to 10 with Jake Reeves now up to bat with one out. Carter Money is out there fighting hard for the Generals.
Yeah, he's really get the ball across the plate.
Was over the head of Reeves.
Yeah, I would be concerned about the young pitcher. He's really shaking his arm. Have to change.
Yeah, guys down there in the pen loosening up. So 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out here. Bottom of the.
Three balls, one.
Yeah. Taking that one all the way.
Yeah, it is a 10-1 lead. We have 11 on the board. Another good pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Money is fighting back here. Count full and hops that one in.
Skipped it up.
And that's going to another Rebel runner. That was thrower that popped across there.
Pitcher's arms getting in trouble here, so
Number 5 is going to take the mound now for the Generals, and Money's going to head over to the bench, get that arm checked out.
yeah, it's 12-1. Only 1 out. Bases remain loaded here.
have an opportunity to continue to maintain that driver's seat going into the playoffs for the varsity level as they go down to Abbeville for a region game. I'm going to take a look real quick here at the schedule, see if we can get a idea of what we got going on next couple weeks. And I don't have a number or name with this number here. So today is the 4th. This is an Abbeville matchup. And as we look forward, we have Springwood on the schedule tentatively. We talked about that. That's this Thursday. Next Monday at home, the Rebels will be hosting Edgewood, and that is varsity and JV softball and baseball. So come on down Monday as the Rebels host Edgewood. And then Tuesday, this is the game we might be looking for, is that's away at Hooper. And then the next home series after Edgewood is the following week, April 17th, against Hooper as we host them. That's the last regular season game scheduled here. So
About 2 weeks away.
Yep, the 17th, and then we'll step into playoffs starting around April 21st, that area.
Balls and a strike.
We will go onto our Facebook page, the Chambers Academy Sports Live, and update when we're going to do the next broadcast. And also remember, when you're on the YouTube page, make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit subscribe so you get notified of when we do go live.
Absolutely. Do click that subscribe button. I believe that's a ball game.
Yep, that's going to be it. So,
well, we saw a lot of young players come out and play in this JV game. I'm really glad we decided to do this.
yeah, exciting time for these young athletes, and we are excited to bring this game to you guys, and hopefully we can do some more in the future. And
we will post some updates too, well, as we get a little better idea of
especially
when we're going to
playoffs.
be back, and then the playoffs. We'll try to get a handle on how those are going to lay out.
Yeah. Well, this is a true pleasure to see these two teams, region teams, go up against each other. And the Rebel varsity took the first game, and the Rebel JV team took the game here. And a 13-1 score. Game is called. So, folks, we appreciate you tuning in and watching the game with us. And we'll be looking forward to catching you guys hopefully Thursday, tentatively.
Absolutely.
For the softball match. So for David Howard and Sid Mickle, we want to wish you guys a good evening and a great week. God bless.
Thank you very much.